Hello everyone and welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for being here, the 5th of May of 2021. So today is the 5th of the 5th. Happy birthday if it is your birthday. It is a Wednesday today, so this is in relation to a twin flame soulmate connection, the journey of this divine union. Let's see where it's at. Just calling on spirit for guidance. I am doing a Grande Tableau reading. So I'm changing it up today, everyone. I felt the need to do it a little bit differently. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your subscriptions, and your support through Patreon. Let's see what's going on. So archangels, what's going on in this divine union? I will be probably fast forwarding as the set out takes a little bit of time, but I wanted to do it on camera. So archangels, what's going on? Archangel Michael, what's going on in this divine union? What's happening? Wow. Wow. Nothing happens by chance, I want to tell you that. I tried to lay out the cards before. I had a card missing, and this is the third time actually I'm trying to lay out the cards. And the cross was there once more. So it's not by chance. Okay, so wow. Wow, everyone. You can see all the cards, right? I will just put these cards up a little bit. I think that's the best we can do here. All right, everyone. So, first of all, if you are a divine feminine out there and you know, you're in this relationship, you're watching this reading in relation to a male. Now, look at we've got the two people here. You can take whichever position you want, logically, whichever speaks to you. I've got in this deck, in the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, the expanded edition, there's two couples. Today I thought I would choose the more sexually orientated couple. So as you can see here, this divine masculine, he's wearing he's got the glyph of Mars on his chest, and the female has got the glyph of Venus. So this is the divine feminine. Now, we all have the masculine and feminine energies within us. Please take the position that you feel you need to be in. I'm going to be referring as the divine masculine. Okay? Doesn't matter if you're in a same-sex relationship. This is you and the other person. So I'm going to take it as the divine feminine is looking into this reading in relation to the divine masculine. So, first of all, in a Grande Tableau, it's the last four cards that are the outcome, even though the last column is very important as well. I do see this as the outcome as well, which the cards are very, very good here on, because we tend to go from the past towards the future, but logically this is the outcome. These four cards, as there's 36 cards here, these four are the most important. Logically, this is the outcome. But if you think of, it's 8 cards, right? So we would be looking here in this position here. So this area here would be the now. So look at it as that way. So any cards before that would be in the recent past and more distant past. Here it's the near future and the further going forward, more towards the future. Now, logically, each position, the cards start from 1 and they finish at 36. So each position, for those of you that are not familiar with this, has, we start with 1 and we finish with 36. And each position has got a meaning, right? So that's why I will be referring, even though I'll be showing you a card, let's say the cross, this is the position of the rider, which the position of the rider means news coming through or someone traveling, someone coming in to bring news. Well, if we start off like that, as we're looking at the, last card in the first position, it's a number 36. And the news is not good, wasn't good. There was, and even if this was someone that travels, because we're looking at the divine masculine as the person you're watching this for. So this area here. This is in the area of the tree concerning health, family. Think of the tree. It's someone's heritage. It's their family. It's their roots, okay, or something long-lasting. So the divine masculine is in the position of the tree, which the tree is also a spiritual connection. So obviously the divine masculine feels that this is a spiritual connection. They are spiritually connected to you. Let's look at the cross, because the cross can be a burden. It can be religion, but remember it's the position of the rider, and the rider could be someone who travels for work. Okay, someone had a heavy load, heavy burden, maybe difficulties in bringing news in communicating with you in the distant past. Okay, due to, and we've got the moon here, the moon can mean a subconscious, a deep connection. I think I should be telling you what the cards mean first and then the position that they're in so that I don't lose you. So we've got the moon here, and the moon, which is our subconscious. Of course, the moon in the Lenormand is quite different. The moon here, this could speak of something creative concerning business, something to do with night, things that are unknown, how I see. Because if we look at the astrology, when we're looking at the planets, when we look at the moon and how two people tie in together, their birth charts tie in together, this is a very strong connection, a very deep, very subconscious connection. I see it as, think of the motherboard of a computer. That's the life of the computer. That's what this connection is. It's a deep connection, very powerful. Think of when you're dreaming. Dreams many times come through from our subconscious. Even think of the subconscious. It's something that something that's grown with us. So it's been there either a long time or it's something very, very powerful. That's how I see the moon here. This is a very deep connection indeed, okay, with the moon here. So, but it is a heavy burden as well. We've also got the scythe here, and the scythe means something sudden, cutting something out. Someone's cutting something out of their life. Remember, the scythe, usually the death card carries the scythe. So something is very quick, very unexpected. This is like very similar to the tower. Now, the moon is in the position of the clover, which the clover means a short, like a quick period, a very short period of luck. So even maybe taking a gamble on someone's heart, on their emotions. Someone took a gamble, okay, where love is concerned. Here we see with the scythe, maybe there was a breakup in the distant past. Maybe there was a breakup or things to do with, because the scythe collects the wheat. This is receiving the harvest. It could have to do with, of course, with money issues, or someone's abundance. Emotionally, I feel even with the cross here, there was a very deep understanding, a very spiritual connection, as I said, but there was probably a sudden cutting out, a sudden severing ties here, because this is the position of the ship, and the ship can mean that this is a connection that is at a physical distance. And that's why maybe it was just too hard. This relationship sort of broke. Why? Because we've also got the book, and the book can mean the book of lessons, but it can also speak of secrets. This was a sudden breakup. This is in the position of the house. So there were a lot of secrets concerning your divine masculine's house. As you could see, even the house is next to them. So concerning their family, the book is also the book of knowledge, lessons. Looks like the divine masculine, if they were very secretive and they cut you out suddenly, it had to do with secrets that they were not sharing with you. And the divine masculine is in the position of the tree, as I said. So a spiritual connection, maybe they even kept that very secret from their family, from their home, their family. Maybe you were a mystery to them as well. So maybe they were just very mysterious with you, not letting you know about what was going on with them. Here we've got the house in the position of the clouds. So see, a lot of illusion and deception, a lack of clarity concerning the stability of your divine masculine. Okay, the clouds means haziness, deception, lies, worries also concerning a house or someone's stability. The house can even mean business, okay, or someone's stability. Maybe even worries concerning parents, because this could mean in relation to their heritage. So remember, the house is in the clouds. So it looks like their stability was up in the air, something quite unstable concerning their home or their emotional security. Here we've got the love card, which is in the position of the snake. And the snake can mean deception, it can mean lies, but it can also mean another person, another female, an enemy, some form of a transformation, some form of poison. But remember that the snake can also mean healing. Now look here, this is like the Two of Cups, and we've got the contracts here. This can mean news, but this can be also, yes, it can mean contracts, but it can also speak of legal documents, legal things, contracts, and being bound by a situation. This is in the position of the Death card, which I'm going to say, because remember that I said up until here, logically, this is the present position. So the house for this divine masculine, their stabilities in the future is unknown. There's a lot of worries concerning a house, concerning their love situation and a third person in this connection. So this is a love triangle. Now, third person, the snake could be the other woman, okay? But it's also in the, the love card is on top of the snake, which obviously means that concerning, because you are right here, those of you that are watching this, you are just beneath the love card. And yes, you are connected spiritually with this person. But I just wanted to say here that this is in the future, and this could speak of a new contract in the near future that's connecting you and family. Right? Anyway, the contract, as I said, is in the death, the coffin position, which says that this divine masculine could be going through divorce as something is transforming. Because remember, this is not healthy love. If we look at it as someone that this person was connected to, it's unhealthy, and this could be legalities because of the death card. Let's see what is beneath here. We've got in the position of the bouquet is the garden, and the garden is a very positive card indeed. This is how someone is out there in the world, being very social. This is what people see concerning a person, right? This is what you see out there, the face that we keep out there. So even though this person is someone maybe that deals with a lot of people out there in the world, someone who's got a lot of friends, who knows, they're carrying a heavy burden. And the garden, which I see many times as the forbidden fruit, how I see it. Remember the garden and the snake? Yeah, so here we've got the garden, but this person is carrying a heavy burden about where their heart truly lies, because because this is in the position of the bouquet, and the bouquet is a very positive card. It's an offer. It's romancing. Okay, it is something. It's a gift, right? It's flirtation. So I feel that because this has got to do with the past, and I do see that this person is from your past. What is very positive, everyone, is that you are showing up in their future. That's what I like. Okay, but let's go back here, because obviously this person was carrying a heavy burden about where their heart truly lied, and that they were, I don't know, I feel that because remember that the cross is like the Ten of Wands. They had a lot of burdens on their back, but they did not show that to the world. Now, they were connected here and they maybe even, this is someone that's very powerful out there in the world, or they've got someone, a boss or a parent. Remember, the bear is strength of character. The bear also speaks of power and leadership and dominance, some sort of an influence, okay, needing to be strong. And this is also the boss, okay? So I do feel that we're talking about someone that deals with a lot of people. They're very secretive where their heart is concerned, and they've got a very secretive connection, which is a heavy burden to them, and it's a very spiritual connection, but they're not sharing that with the world. Now, this could also be a mother figure, because we've got the moon, which can be very motherly. And it's sort of like the bear is like its difficulties. Remember, it's Saturnian energy. So even though they look happy and, their heart is fluttering where romance is concerned, they've still got to do the right thing, I feel here. Okay, and the bear is in the position of the scythe, everyone. So that's probably the scythe. That's why the scythe has shown up here, that because of Saturnian matters and karma, maybe even the position that they held in the community, that's why they had to do the right thing and maybe even cut you out of their life. Because, look, the bear can also speak of motherhood. Remember that she protects her cubs. Now, this is either their mother or this can speak of motherhood or remember what I said, someone doing the right thing. They were dealing with a karmic situation for sure, because this is the energy of Mars in Aries, and it's the fighter. So they're fighting for their stability. This is the anchor is usually someone is very anchored, they're very grounded, but this also speaks about work. We've got work and receiving the harvest, working hard, doing the right thing, someone trying to build a stable situation. The anchor can also speak of marriage to me, or this person could be married to their work. That is another thing that's very important here. As you can see, the scythe is right next to the anchor, right? So they're reaping the rewards of business, even though they're very lonely with a tower here. They could have a large corporation, a very important position, hold a very important position in the community. This is probably someone that's also quite well known in the community as someone that is in a position of power. I feel that love for them is a weakness, or maybe they saw that as a weakness. I feel that this is someone that's very much about making it out in the world. So career was on top of their list, their bucket list. Now the position here is the whip, and the whip is number 11, which does speak of justice, karma, and all those things. The whip can also speak of difficulties. In astrology, it's Lilith, and Lilith is, she's very challenging indeed. Okay, Lilith composes a difficult female as well. So there is a matter of motherhood here, because we've got the stork here also concerning a child. I do feel here there's a sort of a trap in this area here, where this person's stability, their work, their maybe even their persona, their status out there in the world was quite sort of put them in a trap here. Because remember that the whip can mean arguments. It can mean arguments. It can mean, needing legal matters, the whip, fighting something, and the whip, think of someone being whipped, right? It's painful. It's not easy. So a lot of conflict concerning their stability, whether it was their financial, business matters, family matters with a mother here, a mother figure, or their status in the world out there. And here we've got, so they were dealing with legalities, maybe with a lot of paperwork, contracts, maybe even loans, because this could be any institution, it could be a bank, it could be anything governmental. The tower can speak of loneliness as well. And just, someone being isolated in their ivory tower, feeling trapped. And this is in the position of the birds. And the birds can mean worry, can mean excitement, but it can also speak of gossip, anxieties, a lot of anxiety surrounding their work, their stability, their home, their finances, maybe even secrets that they were holding. And here is your divine masculine, very connected to the other woman, the snake. Now, what's really interesting is that the snake is in the position of the child. I just spoke of a mother here. I don't know if this person had a very powerful mother, or they connected. We've even got the death card here. They connected sexually with another female here, the forbidden fruit, remember? And therefore their life took a toll. Some form of a transformation needed to happen. Remember that the snake is also an enemy. There's animosity between them. But remember that the snake is Scorpio. Okay, and Scorpio is also very sexual. So sex does bring the babies, right? And we've got the storks connected to that. And it's right next to the tree, the family tree. So their heritage, building something, maybe even health issues because of stress and anxiety here. Remember that the snake can speak of poison, but also medicine. So I feel that also their health took a toll here. This is in the position of the child. Now, the child is a blessing, even though this is forbidden fruit. Nevertheless, a child is always a blessing. And remember that the snake is connected to the tree here. So there's some form of karma that this person needed to go through. And I'm going to say also, because the tree can mean their heritage and family and their roots, maybe this was expected of them to grow roots with this other person. Why? Because, as I said, I feel that there was and we've got the child not far off here in the line of their home, their family, their past, their karmic past, their roots, right? We've got the fox here. You know, sometimes the fox can mean sneakiness, but it could mean someone else in his life, his or her life. As you could see, the fox is also connected to the snake. So there was someone very intelligent that trapped this person, I feel. And as you could see, the child is right here. And the child is in the position of the lily, but I'll come back to that in a moment, because we're looking at you here. You are connected to this person. There is a lot of love here. This is also a very sexual connection, not only a romantic connection, a spiritual connection. You are spiritually very connected. They feel that you are their family. But what is standing between you and them is the other woman. As you can see here, the tree, maybe even their family or their traditions are standing between you and them, right? Now, the tree can also, for me, it speaks of a contract, a home, or traditions, the way things always were. Maybe even an arranged marriage, I'm going to say. Why? This is a 5. 5 is always the Hierophant, remember? So it does speak of a spiritual connection, but also doing things by the book, doing things in the correct way, the way they've always been done from tradition, through tradition, I should say. And what's really beautiful and that I love to see here is that you've got the star on right after. So in the future, you are not very far off from the divine masculine here. Now you are in the position of the bear, everyone. So what this is asking is that you have strength of character. So you need to be strong. Some of you are already a leader, maybe in your home, maybe you're single mothers. You are showing up, obviously, as someone very powerful. Some of you may have your own business. Okay, you are a leader in your own right as well, but I feel that you're both sort of on the same level. But remember also, I'm going to say that the bear can also pose as someone protecting their cubs. So whatever's going on for you, you would put your children above this connection, I would say here. Yeah, so this is Mars in Aries. So you've got that fighting spirit. Some of you could have strong Aries in your chart or in an important position. And we've got the star here, which means a wish fulfillment, right? And what is really amazing here, everyone, is that this is in its own position, which means the star has come out on the position of the star. Goosebumps, your wish, you are looking at your wish. Your wish is not very far off. Now, this is Neptune in Pisces, which means to me you've sacrificed a lot. That's why Spirit is gifting you with a wish fulfillment, right? This is you progressing towards your goals, a very spiritual, strong connection. Don't lose faith. This is a card of hope, inspiration, optimism. And this could be, your wish fulfillment could be happening at some point during the winter. So in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in spring now. So winter would be end of the year. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, obviously winter will be mid-year. So it'll be different for everyone. I love that. Absolutely love that. So the stars are shining bright for you, and this could also signify the energy of Aquarius. It's a 16, which means your wish could be coming through suddenly. 16 is like a tower moment, right? And it's interesting that if we're looking at the stars, we're going to have that third and final meeting with Saturn and Uranus, which rules Aquarius, just before Christmas. So could that be the time when your wish will be fulfilled? Anyway, this is going to be a bit of a long reading. Let's continue. So what we see here in the distant past, we've got a ring, which means a contract or a marriage. It's interesting that this card here is in the position of the stork. Now the stork means transition. The storks bring the baby, something new. So, and look at that. I mean, remember that as I see the garden, it's like the forbidden fruit, right? Because this is very heavenly. This is heaven, logically, right? Having something that is very heavenly, but because it is attached to the cross, it is a heavy burden. In actual fact, it was a burden, but it was maybe it was something karmic that this person needed to go through. You or this person or both of you needed to go through some form of a lesson. This union needed to go through some form of a challenge because nothing happens without a reason. Please always remember that. So it was a transition. Remember that the birds, they fly from one place to another. The stork, they move on. It looks like you were together for some time. Maybe some of you, I feel, probably felt you felt that this person was someone very important in your life. But that, I feel that luck was very short-lived with the clover here, as the clover is a very short term of luck, right? And the clover is also connected to the bear, which, you know, the bear, I see it as very Saturnian. So very, someone had to do the right thing. Maybe someone took a gamble. Remember, any gamble could bring, a gamble is a risk. And I feel that this person probably took a risk with someone else and they faltered. The clover is in the position of the dog, and the dog means loyalty. I do feel here that the risk that they took, they broke their loyalty towards you for the purpose of being lucky. Now, for the purpose of a position of power in society, for the purpose of, their status, their social standing, because as you could see here, this is a beautiful energy with the park, right? Number 20, the garden, I should say, not the park, because this is all about fame, networks, and fortune. So I don't know if this was a commitment or a marriage. It was either concerning family, motherhood, or business and money. Now, as I said, the clover is in the position of the dog. So this loyalty towards you, because that, for some of you, because you are in the position of the mother, and this mother, whether it was their mother or whether it was you being a mother, maybe that was the transformation that had to happen here. Remember, we've got the death card, the coffin here, which is in the position of the tower. And the tower means authority, solitude, loneliness, isolation. So I do feel that it's got to do with the breakup, your breakup. I do feel that they probably, their life went through a major transformation. They went through a death and a rebirth. And remember that the coffin means something is dying from them. Now, I don't know if this has got to do with a family member of theirs, if they've lost a family member, because their luck was only short term. Okay, and here we've got because you could see here the coffin is connected to the mother, and maybe I feel to their stability. And I do see the tower many times as someone, if this is not a physical building, it's the constitution of family, of marriage, of whatever it is, whatever is binding. So if this was, and it is a skyscraper, right, which can have to do with their stability work, right? There was difficulty here, so maybe they've suffered a certain loss, a physical loss here. Okay, and with the storks here, yeah, their life just became very lonely. Their life went through a major overhaul here. Now, in the position of the storks is the garden, and the garden is a very happy life. This is public affairs, this, society. This is a transition as well. This could be someone that travels, of course, as I said before. Remember, I do feel here that this is probably got to do with a birth, or a transitioning. This could also speak of movement, a lot of movement, because the ship comes straight after the storks. And the stork, this could also mean like moving home, moving from one house to another, because of marriage maybe, or because of a death of a family member. And here we've got travels, right? Traveling to a distant country, going maybe even visiting family, connected to maybe even the snake, if this is someone that they've connected to, which could, I don't know why I feel I need to say that they may have connected with a foreigner. Okay, because of the ship, or this is just someone that's going on a honeymoon. Could be not straight after their marriage, may have taken a little bit of time later because of work, or maybe after, or just before they gave birth. Now the ship is in the position of the mountain. Maybe they traveled to a mountainous area, or I'm going to say, because I do feel, as I said, I do feel that you are separated by physical distance, right? And I feel here, because this is in the position of the mountain, I'm just wondering if they wanted to come to travel towards you, and there were blockages here, because we've got this is the position of the path, and we've got the fox. Someone's trying to be very careful, because the fox is very sneaky, very intelligent. There is a blockage, and the fox is looking straight at the ship here. This is the path was blocked, and they did not know which way to go, because they were surrounded by a secretive connection, a very spiritual connection concerning you. And not only were you a spiritual connection, a divine love for them, you were also a very good friend of theirs. Okay, but obviously there was secrets. There were secrets here that they were not sharing with you concerning a hidden enemy that you probably didn't know about. So the blockage was here. It looks like everyone was spying on them, and they could not move. They were too close to family. Maybe they just, the child is here as well. So I feel here that because the snake is connected to the fox here, because the path is where someone needs to make a decision. It's either one thing or the other thing. Now, they were in between two worlds, maybe even three. The snake in their life, the person that brought a rebirth to their life, they brought an actual birth where they gave birth to a family member of theirs. So a child, it could have been a son, could have been a daughter. We've got a boy here, so I don't know if that's the case for you. So they were in between that. They were in between your friendship. They knew that they had deceived you, so maybe they had cold feet about which path to take. And yes, you were obviously on their mind all the time. And I do see you connected to the dog more. They're closer to the fox. Now, this may have also started off as a very sexual connection before love came through for them, before they recognized or they grew spiritually to understand that this was a very deep connection, right? So we've got the dog here, loyalty, playfulness. I feel that that's probably how they were around you, but they had also that other sneaky side where they were keeping their book closed. And that's probably a karmic lesson that they had to go through because they were not open to, they were scared either. They were protecting themselves, right? They didn't know if they could trust you. And I feel that they trusted the wrong person here. Okay. Now, so in the position of the dog, which, you know, the dog means loyalty, a follower, devotion, obedience, support. So you were very supportive to them. And I feel that that is what's going to give you the key, the solution. That's what I feel, because you are in between the dog and the love card. Now, the dog is in the position of the mice. That's why I feel, because the mice is a very difficult card. The mice means a deficiency, some form of a loss, destruction, depletion. It's a wound. It's an open wound where giving and receiving is concerned. So even though someone was loyal, the other person was not. And for you out there that's watching this video, this was an open wound for you. This is a love, a friendship that you loved and nurtured. You were very loyal, but unfortunately, you had to go through this lesson as well. And you know, the position of the mice is a number 23. And 23 means, obviously, it's a 5, where changes had to happen. This is number 18 here. So 18 is the moon as well. Remember, it can speak of deception. But also, Chiron is that open spiritual wound that never will close up. Chiron. So an open wound where your relationships are concerned. So in the position of the key, everyone, is the heart. I should say we've got the key in the position of the heart. As you can see here, the cage is open. The solution is here. The key means being open, having a revelation, unlocking someone's heart. I feel that you've unlocked someone's heart. This is a great achievement. Okay, this can also speak of liberation. So whoever is going through a separation or a divorce, now, of course, this could be connected to you. So I don't know if some of you are also in a time of, you know, trying to get out of a current relationship, or I don't know if you're single mothers, whatever it is. But the heart is here, and this is Sun in Leo, which means this is a position of true love. And of course, you are someone that is very devoted also to your children. Okay, now the heart means romance, it means charity, it means reconciliation as well, forgiveness. And remember that the card of love and the card of, you know, the position of the star here says that you will in the future find a solution concerning this connection here. Let's see what we've got here on this side. So we've got the rider, everyone. The rider is in the position, which means good news are coming through. This is in the deep past. This is Venus in Libra. Good news coming through concerning someone that's traveling or someone that is coming from a far place. This could also mean, remember that the ring can also speak of cycles. So some of you may have been in many cycles with this person, even though some of you were in the dark about this person. that they were married. They've been married from the past. Some of you did not know that. And maybe that's the cross that they were bearing, that they were not able to be open and truthful with you. So I don't know how you met, but I do know that with this is giving and receiving. This is anything written, spoken. This is news, someone who travels a lot, or you've had a stop and a start many times with this person. And this is in the position of the ring. So it does speak of commitments, promise, honor, partnership, cooperation, and cycles. Venus in Libra. Now, I want to say also that Venus in Libra is a spiritual love, right? And remember, I did say that of course, it's connected to you as well. Even though it's connected to the ring, I do feel that this person felt as though they're literally married to someone very powerful. Maybe they married because of children, because of society. But I truly feel that through your communications from the past and being through this cycle many times, I do feel that they felt that you were very familiar to them. They felt very spiritually connected, and you felt like family. They may have felt maybe their wish was to marry you, but it looks like life had a different surprise for them. Now, next to the rider here, this is a number 1. Remember, number 1 is a start, but this is a cycle. This is a cycle. So there was a karmic drawback here. Why? Because someone had 2 choices here, 2 doors. Okay? One door was because of commitment, or because of love, or because of a contract, because of maybe even anything to do with money. Marrying for luck, marrying for prosperity, I don't know, or marrying because of true love. And here, this is the path, remember, and it's in the position of the book, which the book means, the book is the card of knowledge. But of course, it speaks of information and lessons as well. I don't know if some of you, if this person was very secretive with you, I don't know, because it's in the position of the book. I don't know if some of you were researching and you found out that there is another person here, because this is very close to the anchor, the fish, which can be something very sudden and unexpected. We've got the clouds here, which means a lot of confusion and deception. And we've got the card of the death card here, the coffin. So it's very close to the scythe as well. So maybe this is when there was a major breakup. And this is in the recent past where the breakup happened. Now, the recent past could be, for some of you, it could be a couple of months. I would say even up to a year back, depending on how long this connection is between the two of you. How long you've been connecting to this person. And the clouds are in the position of the letter. So the news you found out, maybe someone that communicated that to you, because we've got birds here. I don't know if you found out the truth about another person's existence, that they were married through a friend, through social media, because this is in the position of the letter. So it's Mercury in Gemini, finding out the truth, that there's a double side to this person. Through some form of a conversation, you received information that was very worrying for you. Now, after the clouds, and now we're in the position of now here, logically, right? So this is where this person is now. We've got the lilies here, and it's straight under the stalks. And the lilies are in the position of the divine masculine. This is the position of the divine masculine, where someone needs to be a man, to take on that masculine power and move forward. Remember that the divine masculine is all about taking action. The divine feminine position, the position of the female, is more recessive. Now here we've got the lilies, and the lilies, this is Chiron in Virgo, so an open wound that will never close up. But Chiron in Virgo, this is a wound, a physical wound, a psychological wound, but also the lilies can speak of a mature energy, but also a very pure energy and a very sexual energy. Now, the fact that it's in the position of the divine masculine and it's right next to the whip with the divine feminine position, I do feel that this person was trapped through an unexpected pregnancy. We've also got the sun here, which the sun can mean children. The sun can mean clarity, prosperity, happiness. But it's also in the position of the female. We've got the whip, which means this was not an easy situation. This was a very karmic situation. And the whip can mean arguments, strong arguments with the divine feminine, or, you know, conflict, not being in the same position, or maybe even legalities pending. A lot of fights. And because if this was an unexpected and, you know, an unplanned birth that this person, this divine masculine, was tricked into, obviously it wasn't easy. We've got a 11 and a 23 here, because the matter of the fact is that they were challenged, very much so. And even though this was a very important time for them and in their life, and I'm going to say also that I'm going to say for some of you that even the position of the bear, because this is the mother bear who usually shows a cub here as well. So I'm just wondering for some of you if this is when the birth took place. Okay, because the child can also mean, it can also mean something new, or a new chapter begins. Okay. But here I see legalities, maybe even the indication of divorce here. And I feel here, because this is in the position of now, I feel that there's probably even a physical distance between, with the snake and, a physical distance between you, maybe even you and this person or the other female, or maybe even a new chapter beginning, which is not easy, and it's got to do with legalities. I'm just wondering if that's why we've got this ship here, because they are wanting to transition. They're wanting to be smart. They're wanting to do the right thing, and they're looking for a solution. Let's look at the whip, because the whip, as I said, is in the position of the woman, the female, right? The divine feminine. Right next to that is a child, which is the child. The child means something new, obviously. Could be their actual child here. The child is always a blessing. It's never something nasty. But this is the position of the lily, which can mean a spiritual love or a very strong sexual connection, which is blocked, or a divine love that has got the potential to start, but we've still got a mountain here, and it's number 21, which 21 means that, 21 I see as the world card. Maybe there's the physical distance, and that's the challenge here. Maybe travel is difficult because of the lockdown, because of karma, some fork in the road, maybe some legal pending matters holding your divine masculine back here. As you can see here, we've got the the mountain, and it's in the position of the sun. This could also be legalities where the child is concerned, because I do feel that they're suffering financial loss concerning the child if this is a divorce, right? And the position of the sun is the mountain. This is sun in Leo, so it does talk of true love. It does talk of flirtation, generosity. Look at the mountain here. There are pending issues, karmic issues that are blocking the growth at this time, or in the near future, I want to say. You're going to get an indication of some light coming through the darkness in relation to your connection, but something needs to finish, to close up. This is a cycle, or someone needs to travel to a mountainous area, from a mountainous area, I don't know. And in the position of the moon, which the moon we know it's our emotions, it's our subconscious, it's intuition, it's a very deep connection. The birds are in the position of the moon, and the birds, we know that the birds are all about communication, having talks, or that they're, this could speak of them having talks with their mother, if they've got a very powerful mother here, or there's jitterness and nervousness concerning this legal situation, or maybe even anxiety concerning a getaway. Yeah, so there's nervousness and there's tension here. Now, I just wanted to say one thing, that at this position here, I mean, from here and down, I would say this would be the position of the subconscious. So these are things that are in our hard drive, in our brain. From here up, this is what is on our mind, how we use our logic. So looks like, obviously, dear people, you are obviously thinking about this person. You are more in their subconscious. And it's interesting that the way that they're looking at you, it's as though they're right behind you and you don't know they're there. And you're looking at your wish fulfillment. Now, I wanted to say also that the star can mean financial matters as well. Doesn't have to only be concerning this relationship, but I do see here a lot of communication, probably through social media, before you can actually reach your star. I do see that there's a lot of tension, and I do feel that it's them trying to get out or find a solution, because look at all this position here. Just looking at these cards here, even though there's tension, be careful where gossip is concerned, or maybe they're being careful that, what they're going through personally, it does not reach many people here, because the birds can mean, gossip. And if they are someone that's in a position of power, they don't want people talking about them. Now, again, the birds, I want to fly. I want to reach a destination. So maybe they're trying to find a key or a solution to come visit you if they are at a distance, at a physical distance to you. Or this could also be information coming through friends. Maybe for some of you, they're talking to your friends and wondering on what's going on with you, right? Now, the outcome here, we've got the fish, which means abundance. This is having plenty and more so. Remember that the fish, this is Pisces, unconditional love, and it is in the position of the key. So there is a lot of abundance. You will be able, the solution will be found unexpectedly. Okay, and this means financial prosperity as well, for you or for them. Now, in the position of the fish is the sun. So there's not only love, true love. This is the heart. Remember, this is the Leo energy. This is, one of the best cards, obviously, if not the best card, the sun card. Okay, and it's in the position of the fish. Now, this is Venus in Taurus, being very practical, having things that you desire at your disposal. This is a position where we're looking at finances, business, wealth, values, gain, abundance, abundance in love, abundance within a spiritual connection, but also sexually being connected, okay, on another level. Remember that the lilies can speak of a pure love, but it can also speak of just, sex. And what comes after sex? It could be a child. So those of you that are planning a pregnancy, that's fine. Those of you that are not planning a pregnancy, do take care. Here we've got the mice. This is financial loss through divorce. This is a burden. This is a lot of worry. And the mice, which can mean a nuisance. Okay, it means disease, worries. Okay, it also speaks of destruction. So it looks like they're feeling the wrath of this forbidden fruit that they tasted. So they're going to suffer financial loss. This is in the position of the anchor, maybe even through business. I don't know if this divine masculine was in business with this divine, their past connection, or the person they're going to release. But I do feel that the divine masculine is going to suffer financial loss. And I don't know, because this is Saturn in Capricorn. The mice is a Chiron in Libra, so that open wound where fairness and justice is concerned, and it is right next to the whip, which means a divorce, settlement. It will cost them, but also psychologically it will cost them, as they may also be leaving business. They're putting business on the back burner because I feel that it's more important to them to free themselves. They want something new. They are conflicted about moving towards their, being loyal towards you. Okay. But they're still very connected to this snake. I do feel here that maybe even the indication of this divorce came from the beginning, I feel, with these two. But this child had to come into being, it looks like. And we end with a bouquet, which is an offer. Okay, the bouquet is a lot of happiness. It's Jupiter in Sagittarius. And Jupiter in Sagittarius can also mean divorce. This can mean flattery, a social life, appreciation, pleasantness, someone that's very etiquette, but also this is an offer of love. And it's in the position of the cross. So we end with a bouquet, but it's in the position of the cross, which is number 1 here. So it's like a bittersweet ending here, I feel, for the divine masculine. What else can I tell you? Looking at this person here, they are surrounded by a lot of difficulties, but I do see here with their home and with their health, if they're going through health issues, I feel family is there for them. Maybe they've, and I don't know if they're dealing with some sort of an illness that's been passed down from family. It could be stress related as well, because there's a lot to do with secrecy here, keeping their books closed, they are, and there's a lot to do with feeling left out in the cold, feeling alone. I feel that they've gone through many challenges here, and I feel their challenges has got to do with their family. But looking at them, this is in the near future. So ahead of them, what they're thinking, what is in front of them is a home, a happy home connected to a spiritual connection, a home where they can feel them, they can be themselves. Because remember that the snake now is going to be in their past. When we get to the future, you are in the future, not the snake. So they're looking at love. They're looking maybe at a divorce settlement, but maybe even looking towards a commitment. Maybe they're just Maybe they will, if they have not been communicating their truth. I feel that you've got communication that's going to make you very happy. Look at that here. Yes, so this is Scorpio. We've got the Tower here. So something to do with a death and the death of an institution or a job or some form of a major theme in their life they've gone through in the recent past. I'm just wondering if that's going to behoove them, even though they've been working really hard. I do feel that they're growing something that's going to be very successful, that's going to grow, you know, those deep roots here, and their loyalty and their hard work will provide them with a sense of security. Well, remember that this is the position of the moon, and the moon also, sometimes the moon can also speak of, you know, something that has been created, even though it's very, it's got a lot to do with very much communication. Maybe they deal with a lot of people. They are sacrificing a lot. Okay, so this is in the position of the moon, which can also speak of fears, emotions, fantasy. Yeah, so something very creative. Now, let's see. So this burden, or maybe even their beliefs concerning their stability or anything to do with business or being in a position of power. I feel that they've gone through a major lesson, that maybe they were thinking that the power, being powerful in society is more important than being in a happy connection or in a stable connection, and that money has got a lot to do with power. But look at what happens to them. Karmically, they get to lose. They suffer financial loss because of not having the correct ideals. You know, let's see what's going on here concerning their heart, let's say. And I'm just thinking whether they were shown the way to become successful if they were not someone who listens to their mother, because that sort of put them in the position of, yes, they've become a father, but they weren't happy. So they've got to start their life from scratch where romance is concerned, and their heart. Here with the scythe, money, business, and a transition to something new. Looks like they may have suffered financial loss, or they're still suffering financial loss. It's as though they've lost quite a bit, or maybe back in the days they were much more successful. They have suffered losses in the recent past. Maybe even if they hold their own business, maybe also they're wanting to take their business elsewhere and start something new, a new business, or maybe that's what they've got in the mix now. Where their secrets are concerned, looks like the fox. We've got the snake and the fox, two enemies. I don't feel that they were in the correct connection. Okay, and this was a lesson that they needed to learn. Look at this is an uphill battle. They got themselves into this. Let's look at them. Yeah, I feel that if they broke their loyalty towards you, I feel that they're a bit stressed out about come clean with you. But I feel that they're trying to find the solution to do that. For you, my darlings, you are surrounded by the house and you've got a key. For some of you, you could be moving house as well. Where love is concerned, in relating to you and them, This is a love that was made in heaven. Let's look at this from a different perspective. So it looks like maybe they've suffered everything because of fears, or maybe they were someone who naturally listened to someone who was higher up than them. So the person that was in charge of them could have been a parent or a father, or maybe because of business. So they've suffered romantically, emotionally, because of their status. And again, that's another lesson. Looking at the scythe, yeah, so it looks like they probably suddenly left you because of a position of power in society. Maybe they listened to the mother. Maybe they married for the money. But this is some sort of karma that they needed to go through, and lessons. Remember, I do feel here, because the path is very connected to the ring, that they had a choice, and I feel that they've sort of suffered the consequences, because the scythe can also sort of speak of, death. This sudden cutting you out of their life put them in a vicious karmic cycle, and I feel that they've been suffering for that. Now, where secrets are concerned, yeah, they were holding back on their truth, on their social standing, their financial status. So this person may also be someone who likes to, try their luck at the casino. But I feel that at some point you're going to find out the truth. And maybe they've already decided that they're going to come clean. So some of you could be expecting news. Yeah. So the path, they didn't know what to do. It was two very difficult choices that they had to make. Because I feel that if they chose you, they were going to suffer in all those consequences that I spoke of: business, money, status, all those things. Yeah, so where their home is concerned, where their house was concerned, or their family, that had to go through a death and a transformation. And it all happened because of a child, because this person was transitioning, and I feel that they've probably moved away even from home. Some of you could be finding that out soon, I feel. Where love is concerned, I feel, look at this. I mean, because you're connected to them, they felt that you were their family, that your connection goes very deep. Obviously, it's a long-term, many years connection. I feel that they want to travel towards you. They really want to meet up with you. I don't know if this has been a physical connection, but it's a very spiritual connection where you both feel very abundant when you're together. Now, the news comes through that maybe you've pulled it off. You've been very intelligent. Maybe you even knew that this was coming. Remember that the fox is in the position of the path. So this person now is at odds. Now, this could also be you, where you're at odds. If you are closing up one door and opening another, some of you are maybe wanting to even move house, and you're wondering which way to go. It's very karmic what you're going through, but you're going to be quite intelligent, I feel here. I feel that you've been quite intelligent. You've pulled something off, because we've got the sun here. You've got the sun, which is shining down upon you. Now, where this star is concerned, and the star is futuristic, right? We've got the dog, so a wish fulfillment connected to a loyalty, connected to something new. Now, it's interesting that we've got the dog and the child, the puppy here. This could be a very young child as well. And looks like this child may also, this child may also suffer consequences if their parents are divorcing, but here I see that this child is also suffering a sense of loss where their mother or pure love is concerned. I do feel that the child, if this is the actual child, it's in between the whip and the mountain, which says to me that the child is not in a good position and the child is unhappy, I feel here. So I don't know if this child is not with and I don't know if this mother figure is a healthy mother. Let's see. Now, you're finding a solution to that fork in the road, or this could even be a new home in a mountainous area where you're going to feel very happy. Many offers. This could even be an offer for you to transition towards them. Look at that. Look at that. You're finding your home at a physical distance. As long as the cycle closes, there's going to be an offer here for you. You are also connected to the child. You are connected to the child. But there is a barrier between you conversing with the child. I don't know how old the child is. But anyway, we've got the mountain, and the mountain says to me that you need to be that mountain goat for love. You're still fighting for love. I truly feel that it's not going to be easy. We've got abundance. We've got the sun. There is true love. But there is a nuisance here, something legal that is still pending. But there is an offer here, an invitation. And you are very connected to this. So I'm just looking now at you. So you are in the center here. And what's going on with you here? Because I do feel love is on your mind here. I don't know if you're actually coming out of a marriage. We've got a fox here. And the fox is in the position of the path. So you've got a second chance at happiness, I feel. What is coming for you, because you're being quite intelligent here, is a new connection, a new loyal connection. You're finding a solution to a wish fulfillment concerning a contract as well. Look at you. There is the key to your home, and it's connected to your divine masculine. So I will leave this up to you concerning time, right? Because, as I said here, these columns are in the here and now. So if you've been with this person a certain amount of months, then I suppose each position can be a month ahead. For those of you that have been in this divine union for a few years, you can count each column as a year, depending on your own personal story. Remember that we're reading, this is a general reading, and it will not speak to all of you, okay? So in the near future, let's check this out, as the divine masculine is going to be very intelligent here concerning this snake in their life, this other woman. There are also secrets, and there's loneliness here. They're nowhere near happy. This person wants to transition away. They want to move closer to family, or to a connection that they feel is their family. Let's look at the female here, which the female is also transitioning, traveling, trying to get away maybe from a karmic or a legal situation here. They want to start off a new life. I'm just wondering here if at a physical distance from the father of the child. That could be the case as well. So if we're looking at the divine masculine position of the now, in the near future, this is what comes through, right? We can read the column from where they are and all the way down, which I've already done for you. Let's look at the near future. For you, logically, this will be your recent, well, in the future, obviously, because you're in the future for them. But when they're going through this, you're going through it. Everything happens at the same time, obviously. Okay. But for you, it will be, for them, what's going on in the future. For you, it will be more to do with your recent past. So I don't know how that works out. Again, I'm going to leave that up to you. So I see new contracts here, a wish fulfillment, a key, a new home, even though the birds can speak of nervousness and tension. Remember also that what I see here for you is also success, because this is the moon position. A lot of you could be also in a spiritual, I don't know, some sort of spiritual. Remember, the moon can mean work. It can mean something very creative. You're dealing with many people. And how I see this card is for birds of a feather flock together. Okay, so you're also maybe flying to a distance, maybe even taking your business to a distance, or you're dealing with many people. You're working at night, trying to build on something here. Okay, as I said, the outcome is the last four cards logically. What is in your future is here, but the outcome is here. And we've got the bouquet in the position of the cross. You holding on to your fate, even, whatever financial losses you will be going through, whatever sort of a nuisance, maybe even psychological challenges you're going through, you've got the fish, which means prosperity. That's the key. You're finding the key to your prosperity, whether it's in love, whether it's through your children, through a child. Yes, you are suffering some loss. We've got an 11 and a 23 here. Now, the 23 can equal a 5. So I don't know if some of you are leaving a marriage as well, and you've got your own children, could be, to start off something new. Because some of you have felt a strong duty towards maybe your children as well. Okay. All right. So expect an offer. Remember that the bouquet means that you're going to be much more social. You're going to feel very flattered. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius, everyone. Now, could that be in the time of Jupiter transiting through Sagittarius? For some of you, looking at your own natal birth charts, which house is Sagittarius located in? Remember that Jupiter takes a year to go through each sign roughly. So where is Sagittarius placed in your own birth chart? So, transiting obviously Jupiter, where is it? If we put your chart on the screen, right, with your rising sign, where is Jupiter transiting now, and where is Sagittarius for you? When will Jupiter transit through your sign of Sagittarius? That could be your indication. Yeah, so I think I will leave it there, everyone. But before I go, just a little bit more information. Thank you so much for being patient with me. As yes, this is a long reading, I understand, but you do get a lot of information. I could have kept talking to you for another hour on this reading. Now, this reading is not on my website. For those of you that are interested in a reading such as this, it's called the Grande Tableau. So you can email me if you're interested in me looking at a special connection in this way for you. Let's see what's going on in this divine union, please, Spirit. 5th of May today of 2021. What's going on? Where are we at? We've got concern. So it looks like there is concern in relation to this relationship. We've got high honor. High honor is a beautiful card. It's being very high standing in society. High honors is a great honor. Someone is thinking seriously. Looks like the divine masculine is seriously thinking about this, but they are concerned. Maybe you didn't fit the bill. Maybe you didn't fit their status. And we've got message of concern. We've got both of you, I would say here, that both of you are concerned because we've got a divine masculine, divine feminine with high honors in between. You're both worried about maybe your social standing and and what sits between you. Is it your financial status? Is it your social standing? What is it? Is it your background? And we've got the house. And the house, remember, it's an institution. It's also it's very similar to the tower here. So it's got to do with, yes, your social standing, business, family, your heritage. And we've got an eclipsed moon here. So we are just around the corner from eclipses. This is the number 20, which is very much like the Judgment card. And I do see it very similar to the tower, where something hasn't been built on solid ground in 2021. It's already taken the first hit in February. June will be the next hit for this, whatever it is, to come down, to shift and to change. And the last hit will be in December. What's at the bottom here? And we've got courthouse, number 23. Yeah. Legalities are pending. Things will be put in order, in the way that they should have been put in. And look in the background. Look at the similarity here. And the tower here. Look at that. Look at the similarities. This is crazy. Beneath that is the lovers, you see? And the wealthy man. And the mature man. Mature man and wealthy man. There's two divine masculine here, which are fairly different. They're different people, probably. You can flip the sexes, or this could be you. If you're a divine feminine, you've been dealing with a mature man. This could be a wealthy man, someone that's a little bit younger than you. Let's take a Karma Dharma on this reading, on this connection. And this is a 23, which equals a 5. Again, the Hierophant comes through. Spiritual connection, family, religion, marriage. Oh my God. Someone is wishing for this. They're holding on to their fate, onto their faith, sorry. Taurus, we are in the time of Taurus. Now Uranus is transiting through Taurus. It is a lot of fixed energy, but things will start to shift as the planets are starting to slowly move into Gemini, where fated events will be going on. Let's take 3 cards through the Mystic Moon Oracle. I'd love to hear your comments about this reading. I'd love to hear what you thought of this reading. So Taurus is very strong here. Now we had a full moon in Scorpio just recently, which has shown you, because the sun was moving through Taurus, the moon was moving through Scorpio. Now we're also heading to a new moon in Taurus. So this could be communication in the next few days. On the 11th of May, awakening, recognition, family, summer. Well, we had winter before, now we've got summer. So it could start in the summer and complete in the winter, or start in the winter for those of you that are in the southern hemisphere. Well, I don't know. Take it as it resonates for you. We've got new direction. Someone's taking a new direction. Let's take some love messages. These are my new deck of handwritten messages. Let's see what the messages are here. What are the thoughts, the perceptions, the words, the messages, maybe even thoughts that have not been communicated? Looks like the Divine Masculine has woken. They have recognized that you are their other half, and you're either building a family. Well, you probably feel as though you've known each other forever. It's a twin flame connection. Let's see. Wow, we've got a King of Swords. And a King of Swords is Aquarius. This could be signifying Aquarian energy. King of Swords is someone that does not show emotions. King of Swords could also be a legal representative. I don't need your love no more. Wow. That's the Six of Wands. There has been a lot of ego. So we've got Leo Aquarius here, everyone. So there was a lot of ego. That's probably why. There's strong competitive energies. Now, I don't know if this is you. Who is the Leo? They've got a lot of ego here. I've had enough. You're blocked. Wow. That's 15 wands, everyone. That's the devil energy. Obviously, someone has blocked the other person here. And we've got the Knight of Cups here. And the Knight of Cups could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Knight of Cups, not certain about moving forward for love. Let's take a couple more because, of course, there's a lot of you out there. We've got the Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. Knight of Cups we know takes 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Knight of Wands is someone that is driven by their desires. They feel very frustrated right now. I don't know if you've blocked them or if they've blocked you. Whoever is blocking you means that you do affect them. I regret the moment that I let you go. That's the 5 of Cups. And the 6th cup is the one that the Knight of Cups is holding. I hate you. Oh my God. You know that there's a very close, hate and love are very close together unless this is a conversation with the ex. I'm picking up on a lot of energies here. This is logically the Joker, which is an extra card. And it does say, I hate you. That's the most difficult card I feel in the deck, if I remember right. No more conflicts. I am now free to pursue you. 6 of Swords. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Looks like the Divine Feminine has shown more love than the Divine Masculine. Where love is concerned, they're coming through as a knight. But they're also very sexually attracted to you, and they're very frustrated at this time. But they do have regrets. The regret is maybe even closing the door. And we end with I love you. So this is a love-hate a love-hate relationship unless they hate the ex and they're coming towards you, because it does say I love you. We got 2 cards. We got the Jokers twice, the 2 most important cards in the deck. So it's going to be a different, obviously, message for all of you. I do hope that it gave you a little bit of clarity. What's here? I've made space for you in my life. 9 of Pentacles. Someone is becoming single here, and this is the Virgo card, obviously. So we've got Virgo, as I've mentioned, the other signs here. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Sagittarius is strong here. Aquarius is fairly strong. And fire. All fire signs. Leo is the strongest here. And Taurus is very strong as well. So everyone, I think I will leave it there finally. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with me, spending so much precious time of yours being here with me. Some of you need to make space in your lives for them to be able to enter, or the other way around, or both of you. Okay? Don't lose faith. Changes are coming through. Don't forget also to send that wish. 11th of May, new moon in Taurus. And also make sure you could see the glyph of the moon in the sky. You can actually see it when you send out your wishes. So not exactly on the 11th. Go out in the sky, have a look at the 12th, 13th, logically. You should be able to see that new moon. Send your wishes out to Spirit. In 6 months, you should have them. You should have your wish, okay? Make sure to be precise with your wishes, because what you wish is what you're going to get. So everyone, love and light. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I've got a lot of work on my plate. Those of you that are waiting for personal readings, they're coming through now, today, tomorrow, the day after. I have been very busy with the monthlies and with Patreon. So thank you so much for your patience and understanding. You all know I'm very generous, always give you extra time. So thank you. As we know, life happens and we're only human. Well, half human, half God. I feel we all are. We're all very godly. Oh, one last message. Let's see what the gods have for you. And I will end this reading. I think Capricorn was also mentioned because I mentioned winter, which is time of Capricorn. Cancer, obviously, if you're in the southern hemisphere. But we've also got Leo energies here in the summer. Wow. 3 cards from Spirit. We have Hera and duty. We have Mire, which means destiny. And we have Hermes and travel. So we are looking towards a Mercury retrograde. This could be bringing back situations to do with the past. Mire is not an easy card, but it does speak of destiny. So we've got duty, destiny, and travel. And Hera was the wife of Jupiter. So she is very powerful. There will be communication. Destiny will be playing out, of course. Destiny will be bringing news to you, and you may be destined to travel somewhere very soon. You may be leaving duties behind and following your destiny, traveling to some place. Expect a messenger, a message, a destined message to come to you. Now we've got 5 and 14 is 19, and 9 is 28, which equals a 10. And 10 means the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a new. All right, everyone. Love and light. Thank you so much. Love you all so much. Talk to you soon. Tomorrow. Ta-da.